Hey guys, so I just had a really significant, inspiring moment happen at the gym from a 75-year-old man. I have seen this man and they're working out over the years. And we said hi to each other when we first saw each other like a month ago. I've never really spoken to him. And today we struck up a conversation. I just had all this love and joy in my heart. And I walked up to him when I was getting off the stair stepper. And I walk up to him and I said, "Hey," I said, "how are you feeling today?" And he said, "Well, I'm doing pretty good." And I have thought that he had a stroke at some point because half of his face is like fallen. And he's an older guy. I would have guessed probably in his 60s or 70s. I can't really tell. And so we started chit-chatting, and he said, "Yeah." I said, "You've been coming in here for years." I said, "I don't think we've ever really spoken, but and I said, but you're always happy. You're always happy, and you've been consistent, because I have not been consistent over the years. But when I do come in here, you're still here. You're still here." And he said, "Well, I don't like to go to the senior center to work out because people my age are so negative. They're so negative. All they talk about is their doctor's appointments, their medications, their illnesses, their diseases, their diagnoses. They talk about family drama and family trauma, and their friends that were dying, all this other shit." And I said, "May I ask how old you are?" And he said, "I'm 75 years old." I said, "Wow." And he said, "This isn't something I tell a whole lot of people, but I really feel inspired to tell this to you." And I leaned in because I was like, "Oh, lean in. He's about to say some shit." He said, "I have stage 4 cancer." And I said, "Okay." I said, for how long?" He said, "When they diagnosed me 7 years ago, it was already metastasized throughout my entire body. And they said it would be a miracle if I lived for 2 more years if I got chemo and radiation." And I told him at that time, "I'm not doing chemo. I'm not doing radiation because that's what's going to kill me. I don't want to live the rest of what I do have left to live feeling sick." And he said, "That was 7 years ago." And he said, "I still got cancer in my whole body." He said, "I feel great. I even had COVID last year, and I was in the hospital for like a week." He's like, "And then I was back in my flower beds." He said, "I spend all summer, spring, and fall in my flower beds, in my yard, in my garden." He said, "And I'm actually so great." He said, "I don't tell a lot of people because I don't want people to give me pity." And he said, "I actually am so grateful for that diagnosis 7 years ago." He said, "I don't feel like I'm unlucky that I have cancer because we're all gonna die anyway." He's like, "So I guess this is my path, but why not me?" He said. And he said, "It actually gave me a different perspective because I had things to heal with my kids. I had things to heal with other family members, with friends from over the years, and within my own self. And I didn't want to die that way." He said, "It's actually given me the best quality of life I ever had in almost 70 years of my life, knowing that I have cancer. And I don't know if I'm going to have 2 years left to live, or 3, or 7. And I damn sure want to make every day count, and I want to be happy, and I want to be in peace, and I want to love." And he said it was the greatest gift that he'd ever gotten. He's not religious. And that just really, really was quite a message for a Monday, January 8th, for New Year, let me tell you. And I wanted to share with you, because really none of us are guaranteed tomorrow. And that was the biggest message. If I knew that I had a month of my life left to live, if I knew that I had 6 months of my life to live, or I had a diagnosis and I had 1 year left, what part of my purpose do I feel like I have not fulfilled? Because that's what it's time to start doing right now.